11 Steps to Win in Modern Dating High-Value Women Mindset. Ever wondered why some women just seem to have this unshakable allure about them? It's like they effortlessly draw people in without uttering a single word. Is it their looks, their irresistible vibe, or maybe something deeper that you just can't put your finger on? How do they do it? What's their secret? Why can't I vibe like that? Here's the truth. Being irresistible isn't just for the so-called lucky ones. It's not about striving for perfection or playing a part. Nope. It's about embodying certain profound and timeless principles that captivate and leave a lasting impression. And guess what? You don't have to be born with them. You already have the foundation within you, waiting to be nurtured and set free. But here's the thing, where many modern women trip up is by focusing on the shallow stuff, flirting tips, changing their looks, or playing mind games. These might catch someone's eye for like a hot second, but they won't hold their attention. The real magic lies in something deeper and way more transformative. It's about syncing your personality with principles that spark admiration, respect, and genuine desire. Today, we're delving into 11 seriously powerful principles. They don't just attract, they form a connection so strong that he'll find himself irresistibly drawn to you. This isn't just about fluffy personality advice. These are life-changing virtues grounded in the timeless wisdom of Stoicism and fascinating insights from Stoic psychology. Picture yourself as the woman he not only dreams of but deeply admires, simply by embracing these qualities. Think you're up for it? Let's unwrap these principles one by one. By the time we hit the last one, you'll be seeing yourself in a whole new vibe. Stick with me till the end because each principle builds on the previous, creating an unmissable symphony of attraction that'll redefine your world. Step 1. Unleashing the genuine you. Owning your authenticity. What does it truly mean to embrace your authentic self? Let's lead with this question. Have you ever crossed paths with someone who instantly made you feel at ease, allowing you to drop your guard and just be yourself, free from judgment? That's the undeniable power of authenticity. It's not just about being honest with others, it's about being fiercely true to who you are. When a high-value woman taps into this realm, it's absolutely captivating. Authenticity is a rare find in a world where everyone seems to be playing a role. Think about it. How many times have you felt the need to be someone else? To wear a smile when you didn't feel happy or to say the right thing just to keep the peace? It's absolutely draining, isn't it? But if you strip away all those layers and fully embrace your true self with every flaw and unique quirk, you become absolutely magnetic. Why? Because people are attracted to those who are real. When you're authentic, you're broadcasting a clear message. I know exactly who I am, and I'm proud of it. This kind of confidence is magnetic. It draws people in, eager to uncover more of your genuine and unfiltered self. It's a pull that transcends physical appearances. It's something so deep. But authenticity isn't just about voicing your thoughts or sharing your feelings. It's about being consistently you. It's about being the same person in every moment and setting. Can he trust that you will remain the same high-value woman, whether in a bustling room or alone with him? This kind of consistency breeds trust, and trust is the backbone of any deep connection. Look at figures like Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher. His authenticity shone not just in what he said, but in how he lived by his principles no matter the circumstance. Similarly, high-value women stand strong with their integrity, showcasing strength, courage, and an unwavering sense of self. You might wonder, but what if my emotions run deep? What if I fear rejection? Here's the beautiful truth about authenticity. It doesn't imply perfection. It means embracing your emotions without being ruled by them. It means facing rejection with grace, understanding it doesn't measure your worth. This is where mastering your inner world comes into play as you embrace your true self. This inner mastery projects a powerful presence that's simply irresistible. Authenticity is attractive because it nurtures a safe space. When you're genuine, you inspire him to let down his guard too, inviting vulnerability, honesty, and real intimacy into the relationship. He no longer has to second-guess your intentions or worry about any games. He can relax knowing he's with someone who is unapologetically herself. So how do you nurture this authenticity? Begin by asking yourself some tough questions. What parts of me am I keeping hidden? Where am I pretending or trying to be something I'm not? Once you identify these areas, challenge yourself to show up as your most authentic self. Share your thoughts even when it's daunting. Be transparent about your boundaries, and most crucially, never apologize for simply being you. Remember, authenticity isn't about being flawless, it's about being real. And it's the realness that'll captivate him. If this speaks to you, get ready, because the next step is all about connecting with him on an even deeper emotional level. Want to dive deeper? Let's keep this journey going. Step 2, empathy, embracing his world. Have you ever hung out with someone who just totally gets you? They don't just hear you out, they actually feel what you're going through. They sense when something's off, even if you haven't spilled the beans yet. And they offer their support because they genuinely care, not because they have to. That's empathy, a seriously magnetic vibe to have. When you bring this into your interactions with him, it's a total game changer. Empathy is way more than just nodding along and saying, I get it. It's about stepping into his shoes, seeing things from his perspective, and feeling what he's feeling. Imagine the kind of connection this creates, showing him you're not just a partner, but someone who truly appreciates and values his inner world. In today's whirlwind, where distractions and surface-level connections are all over the place, empathy shines like a lighthouse. Picture this: when he comes home after a rough day and can't even find the words for how he's feeling, your knack for picking up on his vibe without making him spell it out makes you completely irresistible. You're not just listening, you're really understanding him. And that level of emotional intelligence builds a bond so unique, he can't find it anywhere else. But make no mistake, empathy isn't about losing yourself in his emotions or taking on his burdens. This is where Stoic principles can guide you. They teach us to keep our inner balance while understanding others. You can be empathetic without being overwhelmed. It's about holding space for him while staying grounded in your own strength. Here's a solid way to practice empathy. Next time he opens up about something, fight the urge to jump in and give advice or solve the issue. Instead, take a moment and ask yourself, what does he need most right now? Sometimes it's a solution, but often it's just validation. Saying something like, that sounds really tough, I can totally see why you feel that way, can be a lot more comforting than, here's what you should do. Empathy also takes patience. There will be times when he's not ready to talk, or when his emotions seem far off or tangled, and that's okay. Your willingness to be there, even if it's just sitting in silence, speaks volumes. It tells him he doesn't have to perform or explain himself with you. You're cool with who he is. And think about that friend who always nails it with the right words, or the mentor who makes you feel seen. Those people stick in your heart because they offer a rare gift, the ability to truly connect. Now imagine being that person for him. It's no surprise, empathy is one of the most magnetic vibes you can have. Now here's something for you. Do you consider yourself an empathetic person? If you're on the fence, in your next chat, try zoning in completely on the other person. Listen not just to their words, but to their tone, their gestures, and the emotions behind their story. Practice setting aside your own judgments or distractions and tuning in completely. Guys are often taught to hide their feelings, to be strong and stoic in their own right. By showing him empathy, you become a special and cherished presence in his life. A high-value woman who doesn't just notice the surface, but truly values the depth of who he is. This makes you unforgettable. If you're loving this journey of self-discovery and learning about these powerful vibes, let's connect for a sec. Hit that like button and drop a comment below saying number 1 if you're digging this video so far. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel so you never miss a tip that could completely transform your relationships and your life. We've already dived into authenticity and empathy, but there's so much more to uncover. Are you ready to learn how to sprinkle laughter and joy into his life in a way that makes him crave your presence? Stay with me because what's coming next is a total game changer. Step 3, cultivating thoughtfulness and care. Have you ever heard the saying, it's the little things that matter most? When it comes to building a connection that's not only solid but irresistible, being a high-value woman means embodying thoughtfulness and care. These qualities are subtle, yet they leave an unforgettable mark on his heart. It's not about grand gestures or over-the-top displays of affection, but rather about everyday moments where you show you're truly paying attention. Picture this. You remember his favorite coffee order and bring it to him on a hectic day, or you notice he's overwhelmed and suggest he takes a breather, reminding him you're there if he needs to talk. It's these simple acts of kindness that make him feel seen, valued, and genuinely appreciated. Think about a time when someone did something for you just because they cared. How did that make you feel? Thoughtful actions spark emotions that words often miss. When you're attuned to his needs, dreams, and unspoken feelings, you create an environment of comfort and connection, one that he'll eagerly return to. But here's the deal. Thoughtfulness isn't a one-way street. It's not about over-accommodating or losing your sense of self. Real high-value women maintain a balance, caring without sacrificing their own needs. This is where the wisdom of a high-value approach shines. By focusing on what you can control, your actions and intentions, and letting go of what you can't, his reactions, you stay grounded and genuine in your thoughtfulness. When you take time to understand what makes him happy, stressed, or passionate, you're not just connecting, you're strengthening that bond. You're telling him, I see you. I care about you. You matter to me. That message is so powerful, it stays with him long after. Being considerate also means honoring his individuality. Maybe he needs time alone to recharge or prefers quiet over constant activity. It's about recognizing that your efforts aren't about what you assume he needs, but about what truly resonates with him. Imagine he's been burning the midnight oil on a big project. Instead of just saying, you should rest, you create a small care package, his favorite snacks, a handwritten note, and a playlist of songs he loves. It's not about the stuff. It's the thought and effort showing him you truly care. Thoughtfulness is transformative, turning ordinary moments into something meaningful. It's how you brighten his day without him even knowing he needed it. It inspires him to reciprocate that care, creating a mutual dynamic of respect and love. Everyone, men included, want to feel valued. They want their happiness to matter. When you consistently show up with small but meaningful gestures, it feels genuine and natural. He'll start associating you with warmth and support, things he may not have realized he longed for. And let's not forget, thoughtfulness isn't just about actions, it's in your words too. A simple, I noticed how hard you've been working and I'm proud of you, can mean the world. Compliments that acknowledge effort, character, or growth show you're not just seeing the surface. So what's the takeaway here? Thoughtfulness doesn't demand extravagant efforts. It's about being present, observant, and intentional with your actions. It's about creating memories that remind him of your care and attention, making your presence not just wanted, but treasured. As we explore more steps, remember the journey to being magnetic isn't about change. It's about revealing and enhancing the qualities that already make you exceptional. Ready to explore a quality that ensures you're completely unforgettable? Let's dive into the next step that will illuminate his life and keep him smiling every time he thinks of you. Step 4, embracing healthy optimism. The silver lining effect? Picture this. You're hanging out with someone who just seems to have this quiet glow even on the roughest days. When challenges show up, they don't crumble or endlessly complain. Instead, they acknowledge the struggle, but then still manage to focus on what's still good, what can be learned, and how things might improve. That's the vibe of healthy optimism, and it's totally magnetic. Now, healthy optimism isn't about being all sunshine and rainbows when it's clearly stormy. Forced positivity can feel fake and annoying. Instead, healthy optimism's about having a balanced outlook. It's the ability to deal with life's inevitable ups and downs with grace, resilience, and a hopeful mindset that lifts everyone around you. When you bring healthy optimism to the table, you become a source of light and strength in his world. Guys, even if they don't say it out loud, often feel weighed down by pressures. They try to seem strong, hide their struggles, and push forward without complaining. When you face challenges with optimism, you show him another way to deal with life, a way that acknowledges the issues but won't let them take over. Imagine this scenario. He's going on about a tough situation at work, feeling stuck and defeated. Instead of diving into negativity or brushing it off with "it'll be fine," you really listen. Then, with calm and positivity, you remind him of his strengths, his previous wins, and the possibilities ahead. This kind of optimism not only lifts his mood, but empowers him. The power of healthy optimism is its realness. It's not about ignoring pain or dressing up reality with glitter. It's about spotting the silver lining while respecting the storm. This balance makes it genuine and impactful. You're not dismissing his battles, you're showing him there's a way forward, even when things look bleak. This perspective is tied closely to Stoicism's teachings, focusing on what we can control and accepting what we can't, finding peace within regardless of what's happening outside. By practicing healthy optimism, you embrace this mindset, staying centered and hopeful amidst chaos. Your steady approach becomes a source of comfort and inspiration for him. Healthy optimism spreads a contagious vibe. When you lean into the positive, you naturally uplift the people around you. Think about how a simple "we'll figure this out together" can completely change the mood in a tough situation. Your belief in better days encourages him to adopt the same mindset, strengthening your connection. But it's not just about handling difficulties, it's also about celebrating life's joys. When you revel in the little moments, laughing at a surprise joke, enjoying a tasty meal, or just being truly present with him, you remind him of the beauty in everyday life. This kind of energy is magnetic because it's so rare in a world distracted by stress and negativity. Your capacity for joy and gratitude truly makes you stand out. Being optimistic doesn't mean you never feel sad, frustrated, or doubtful. It means you don't let those feelings define you. You acknowledge them, process them, and choose to move forward with hope. This resilience is highly attractive because it shows him that you're not just surviving, you're thriving. Healthy optimism builds trust. When he sees you facing life with a hopeful perspective, he feels safe opening up about his vulnerabilities. He knows you won't dismiss his struggles nor let him drown in them. Your optimism becomes a grounding force, reminding him that no matter what comes, you'll tackle it together. So, how can you nurture this vibe? Start by practicing gratitude. Every day, take a moment to consider what's going well, no matter how small. When challenges hit, ask yourself what you can learn from them and what opportunities they offer. These habits train your mind to find the positive without shutting out reality. Ultimately, healthy optimism isn't just about attracting someone, it's about shaping a fulfilling life for yourself. When you embody this quality, you become someone who doesn't just endure life's storms, but dances in the rain. That kind of spirit is unforgettable. As we move forward, let's dive into a quality that brings an irresistible warmth to your connection, one that makes him feel deeply understood and valued. This next step lays the foundation for emotional intimacy and trust. Let's explore it together. Step 5. Cultivating deep understanding, seeing his world. Have you ever felt like it's a rare gem to be truly understood? Like when someone doesn't just listen to your words, but really vibes with the emotions behind them? That's the magic of empathy, and let me tell you, it's a kind of connection that leaves a lasting imprint on his heart. Empathy isn't just a skill, it's a superpower, one that high-value women have mastered effortlessly. It's one of the most attractive qualities to possess because it reveals to him that he can be completely real and vulnerable with you. Empathy is about diving into his world, experiencing life from his perspective. It's not just about listening to reply, but listening to truly comprehend. Picture being the person who just gets what he's feeling, even without him uttering a word. Maybe he's been through a tough day and isn't his usual self. Instead of pushing him to spill, you share a quiet moment, offering your presence as a comforting reassurance. That quiet connection can be more powerful than anything said aloud. But empathy is more than just picking up signals. It's about validating his feelings. When he opens up about his fears or frustrations, empathy allows you to acknowledge those emotions without casting judgment. A simple, "I can understand why that feels overwhelming," can make him feel seen and valued in a rare and meaningful way. Now, let me ask you this. Does empathy solve his problems? The truth is, it's not about fixing things for him, but rather being there as he faces his challenges. This is important because guys often want to tackle their issues independently. Showing empathy communicates that you're there to support without stepping on his independence. This understanding makes your bond grow even stronger. Empathy calls for some vulnerability too. It's about sharing your own emotions and experiences, inviting him to do the same. When you let him in on your struggles or tell a story that resonates with his feelings, you're building a bridge between your worlds. This shared understanding builds a trust that makes him feel secure around you. Think back to a time when someone truly empathized with you. Remember that sense of relief and connection? Offering him that experience creates a safe space where he feels he can lower his defenses. For a guy, that's a pretty rare and cherished feeling. Empathy can also guide you through conflict smoothly. Instead of jumping to conclusions, pause and consider his viewpoint. It doesn't mean you need to agree with everything, but it shows you care about his feelings. Imagine telling him, "I get why you feel that way," during a heated discussion. It's disarming and can pull you both closer together. And here's the beauty of empathy. It only gets richer with time. The more you practice, the more natural it becomes. You'll notice the subtle changes in his voice, the hidden concerns, and when he most needs your support. This attentiveness is truly magnetic because it shows you care about who he is beneath the surface. So how do you nurture empathy? Start by giving him your full attention. No phones or distractions. Ask open questions like, "How did that make you feel?" or "What's been on your mind lately?" Most important, listen without cutting him off or trying to solve the issue. Let him know you're there to understand, not to judge. Empathy builds more than attraction. It lays the foundation for deep, lasting intimacy, signals that you're not just a partner, but someone he can always rely on no matter what comes his way. With you, he'll feel truly appreciated and understood. If these insights are helping you become the most magnetic, high-value woman you can be, please like the video and leave a comment below saying, "Number 1. Your interaction helps us keep creating empowering content for you. And if you haven't yet, subscribe to this channel so you never miss another step on your path to irresistible attraction. We've covered authenticity, thoughtfulness, and empathy. What's next? It's the step that will bring laughter, joy, and a natural spark to every encounter. Let's explore it together. Step 6. Being genuine and building trust. Imagine having a connection that's so solid, so trustworthy, that no insecurity could ever shake it. That's the kind of bond you create with authenticity and integrity. In a world filled with masked intentions and photo-edited realities, genuine steps forward stand out, pulling someone towards you naturally. What if I told you that being real is not just about not fibbing? It's much deeper. True authenticity means showing up as your genuine self and expressing your thoughts and feelings with clarity and kindness. Being straightforward, even when it feels tough, is all about valuing the bond over just temporary comfort. Think about this. When a man senses your sincerity, no need exists for second-guessing your intentions. He doesn't have to play detective on hidden meanings or decipher mixed messages, but instead finds this clear honesty refreshing. Setting clear boundaries and sharing expectations is also part of being genuine. It's not about sugarcoating what he wants to hear, but about sharing your needs in a way that says, "Let's work together," instead of fighting. For example, if something bothers you rather than brushing it under the rug, you might say, "This matters to me, and I'd love for us to chat about it." However, remember, honesty isn't about being blunt. How you communicate matters just as much as what you say. Speak with empathy, and what starts as a tough talk can become a moment for growth and deeper understanding. This dance between truth and empathy is a hallmark of a magnetic personality. It shows you care enough to be real with him, but are kind enough to consider his feelings. High-value women know that honesty is more than words. It's a way of life. Actions match your words when you prioritize kindness or seek mutual respect. This consistency fosters unshakable trust. Reflect for a moment. How often do you withhold your thoughts out of fear of being judged? When you bypass those fears and embrace authenticity, you open the door to deeper, more meaningful connections. What if you invite him to be real too? When you're open and sincere, he feels safe enough to let his guard down and be his true self as well. This shared openness can transform a decent connection into something truly special. You'll be not just his partner, but a confidant whose trust he values immensely. The truth is, Stoic philosophy aligns perfectly here. It teaches living true to your values. By embodying sincerity, you practice this wisdom daily, showing authenticity is more than just a concept. It's a lifestyle. Plus, authenticity paves the way for forgiveness and understanding. Nobody's perfect, but honesty lets you handle blunders with grace. With a sincere apology and effort to make things right, your bond can grow stronger rather than weaken. Let me ask you this. When you think about someone unforgettable, isn't it often their honesty, the courage to speak their heart even when it's tough, and how their actions back up their words? That's the power of being genuine. It isn't showy, but it leaves a lasting impact. So how can you grow in this way? Start with self-honesty. What do you really want and love in life? What are your core values? When you're clear on these, authenticity flows naturally into your conversations and interactions. Remember, being genuine isn't about being flawless. It's about consistency, integrity, and always bringing your authentic self to the table. And when you do, you form a bond that's not just strong, but lasting, one he'll cherish forever. Now, let's shift into a step that adds spark and joy to your connection, making every interaction feel like a joyful ride. It's time for the next step in your journey toward becoming a magnetic presence. Step 7. Unshakable self-confidence, a trait he can't overlook. What if I told you there's something irresistibly captivating about a high-value woman who enters a room with an air of quiet assurance? She doesn't need to make a grand entrance or beg for attention. She naturally commands it. Self-confidence is an essential quality you can nurture. It doesn't shout for validation. Instead, it gently whispers, "I know my worth." The truth is, self-confidence doesn't mean you never experience doubts or insecurities. It's not about being flawless. It's about how you carry yourself even when you're unsure. It's believing that you are perfect just as you are and that your value isn't defined by others. This inner confidence creates a magnetic pull that's impossible for men to ignore. Think about the times you felt genuinely confident. Maybe it was after smashing a personal goal, conquering a challenge, or simply feeling fabulous in your own skin. In those moments, your energy was contagious because it wasn't tied to other people's approval. It came from within. That's the kind of confidence that attracts him, a desire to unravel the layers of your strength and assurance. What's so alluring about this type of confidence is how it inspires those around you. When you believe in yourself, you encourage him to do the same. Your calm, steady demeanor provides comfort and support, especially during uncertain times. Imagine this. He's stuck in a tough decision filled with doubt, yet your grounded confidence becomes his rock. Your belief in yourself nudges him to have faith in his own abilities. Confidence is also evident in the way you communicate. When you're self-assured, you express your thoughts and feelings without a hint of fear. You're not scared to voice your opinions or uphold your boundaries because deep down you know that your worth isn't tied to someone else's approval. This level of poise is incredibly magnetic because it shows him that you are secure in who you are. Let me ask you this. Isn't confidence more about balance than bravado? True self-assurance is rooted in humility. It's the quiet conviction that you don't need to prove yourself to anyone because your value is already clear to you. This blend of strength and humility makes you approachable, drawing men in rather than pushing them away. One of the most powerful aspects of confidence is how it turns challenges into opportunities. Life is bound to throw some curveballs, but tackling them with resilience and grace shows him you aren't easily shaken. This sturdiness is enormously attractive because it signals emotional steadiness, a quality highly valued in a partner. Here's the thing. Confidence and Stoic psychology beautifully intertwine. Stoicism teaches you to focus on what you can control and let go of the rest. When you adopt this mindset, you're not swayed by life's chaos or other people's opinions. You remain anchored in your inner strength, moving through life with calm resolve. This Stoic confidence not only elevates your own life, but also earns his deep respect and admiration. Self-confidence also shows in physical cues. Your posture, your walk, and even the way you make eye contact all convey how you view yourself. A high-value woman doesn't blend into the background. She fits in anywhere with confidence, whether in a bustling room or a quiet moment with him. But here's a common misconception. Confidence isn't something you're born with. It's a skill you can develop and enhance over time. Begin by celebrating your achievements and strengths, no matter how minor they might seem. Focus on the traits that make you uniquely valuable. When self-doubt arises, remind yourself that you are a work in progress like everyone else. Self-confidence enables you to handle criticism and rejection gracefully. Instead of seeing them as personal failures, view them as growth and improvement opportunities. This resilience is captivating because it shows him that you aren't easily defeated. You tackle life's challenges with courage and tenacity. Ultimately, confidence is about being comfortable in your own skin. It's about embracing your flaws and imperfections because they are what make you beautifully human. When you wholly accept who you are, you empower him to do the same. And in a world where many people are afraid to show their true selves, your confidence stands out as a rare, irresistible quality. As you continue on your journey to become the most magnetic version of you, remember this. Confidence isn't about having the loudest voice. It's about knowing that you truly deserve your place in the world. When you believe in yourself wholeheartedly, you'll find it impossible to look away. Now let's dive into how your creativity and vivid imagination can elevate your presence in ways words can hardly describe. Step 8. Unleash your creative side. Have you ever met someone who looks at life with such a fresh set of eyes? Someone who brings a refreshing perspective, unique ideas, and a boundless curiosity to every hangout? That's the magic of unleashing your creative side. It's a quality that doesn't just make you captivating, it's what makes you unforgettable. When you embrace this quality, you become the kind of high-value woman who excites his mind, touches his spirit, and keeps him endlessly fascinated. Embracing your creative side is more than just being artistic. It's about thinking flexibly and approaching life with an open and curious mindset. It's seeing opportunities where others see problems and bringing energy into the everyday. Imagine being that high-value woman who can turn a quiet night into an exploration, whether through a deep conversation, a spontaneous outing, or a new way of seeing something he thought he already knew. Here's why this is so compelling. Guys are drawn to high-value women who challenge them intellectually and create a space where ideas can flow openly. Sharing your creative insights with him isn't just about engaging his mind, it's about forming a vibrant connection. Picture this, you're chatting about a film you both watched, and instead of just saying it was good, you delve into the themes, the symbolism, or how the story connects to your life. Suddenly, you're not just sharing a perspective, you're inspiring him. That's the allure of embracing your creative side. But it's not just about lofty ideas or intellectual talks. It's also how you handle life's curveballs. A high-value woman with creativity doesn't get stuck in rigid patterns. Instead, she finds innovative solutions and adapts easily. A trait that's incredibly appealing as it shows resilience and resourcefulness. Your creativity invites playfulness into your bond. think about how much happiness there is with someone who can laugh, dream, and enjoy the unpredictable. By being open to trying new things, you create spontaneous moments that keep the relationship alive and exciting. This idea aligns beautifully with Stoic principles. Stoicism teaches us to view life from different angles, to be adaptable to change. This mindset not only nurtures your creativity, but also inner peace and adaptability, making you even more magnetic. So how can you embrace your creative side? Start by nurturing your curiosity. Dive into books that provoke thought, explore new activities, or discover topics that fascinate you. Share your discoveries, not to show off, but to invite him on your journey. Also, express your ideas bravely without fearing judgment. Sometimes, the most engaging ideas come from being vulnerable and saying something unconventional. By opening up, you create a space where he feels safe to do the same. Accept that there's always more to learn and discover. This perspective keeps you curious and engaged, turning every moment into a dynamic and enriching experience. Whether it's dreaming about future plans, exploring shared interests, or imagining new possibilities, your creativity deepens your connection. Here's a thought. When was the last time you let your imagination run wild? When you allowed yourself to dream and explore? The more you cultivate this habit, the more you'll exude an irresistible sense of wonder and curiosity. Feeling inspired to unleash your creative side? Share your thoughts. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button for more insights that can transform the way you connect with him and yourself. Explore the endless ways you can captivate him by embracing your creativity. Up next, let's dive into something that will make him feel totally at ease with you, pulling him in closer without him even knowing. Ready for the next step? Let's go. Step 9. The art of graceful communication. Have you ever just found yourself spellbound by someone simply because of how they spoke? Their words flow like a mesmerizing river, their tone keeps you at ease yet totally engaged, and their message, crystal clear and straight from the heart. That's the magic of a well-spoken and articulate high-value woman. It's not about having the fanciest words or being a seasoned public speaker. It's about communicating with genuine confidence and grace. When you speak clearly and with purpose, you naturally grab hold of his attention. It's not just your words, but how you deliver them that leaves a mark. A high-value woman can transform a mundane chat into a memorable discussion that sticks with him. Recall those chats where you felt totally engrossed, almost like a magnetic pull. It wasn't about the flashy words or deep philosophies. It was their ability to connect authentically. By honing the skill, you open up a space where he feels seen and valued, a space he'll crave visiting again and again. Being well-spoken also means understanding the weight of tone and adjusting your approach to fit the moment. Whether you're offering solace, sharing an excitement, or navigating a tricky conversation, your words have power. If he's overwhelmed, a calming voice can soothe. If he's thrilled, sharing in his joy brings it to life. But wait, there's more to being articulate than speaking. It's about truly listening. A high-value woman doesn't just talk well, she listens with intention. She tunes into his words, his vibe, and even what's left unsaid. Your thoughtful questions and reflections show him that you're truly there. The beauty of being well-spoken, it's not about getting it right all the time. Your little slips and honest stumbles only make you more relatable. Your authenticity shines through in these moments, endearing him to you. What matters is your words come from a sincere place of connection. This quality even echoes principles of Stoicism, measured speech and mindful exchanges. When you speak thoughtfully and steer clear of impulsivity, you showcase a self-control that's both admirable and magnetic. Your calm demeanor, even in tough talks, builds trust and a sense of security. Being articulate doesn't mean you dominate the conversation. Sometimes the silence between words speaks volumes. A pause, a glance, a simple smile can express more than a lengthy speech. With well-chosen words, your presence becomes truly unforgettable. Think about how your way of communicating mirrors your values. Do your words reflect kindness, curiosity, and respect? Do they encourage him to open up and share his thoughts? Aligning your words with who you genuinely are creates a potent tool for connection. So how can you level up in this area? Start by really listening to how you speak. Practice slowing down, picking your words carefully, and speaking with intent. Drop the ums and likes when you can, and let silence help you gather your thoughts. Expanding your horizons through reading and exploring can also boost your communication skills. Remember, being articulate isn't about showing off, but about having meaningful exchanges that are enriching for both. Ultimately, being well-spoken and articulate is about building bridges. When you communicate sincerely with grace, you foster a deeper connection. This step, intertwined with your other high-value qualities, makes you captivating and unforgettable. As we push on, let's dive into a step that goes beyond words. It's about the quiet, potent way you can inspire and elevate him, becoming a pillar of strength and motivation in his life. Ready to uncover it? Let's keep going. Step 10. Inspiring others, your subtle superpower. There's something truly captivating about a high-value woman who not only lives boldly but also uplifts those around her. Inspiration doesn't need to scream for attention. It's quietly powerful, steady, and irresistibly magnetic. When you master this, you become a beacon of light and strength, not by demanding the spotlight, but by simply leading with your actions and vibe. The best part, you inspire others without even trying. Guys are naturally drawn to high-value women who bring out their best selves. When you inspire him, you ignite ambition, resilience, and self-belief. It's not about forcing him to change or highlighting his errors, but about showing him what's achievable by being your most powerful self. Your presence becomes a gentle reminder that he too can grow, improve, and reach for the stars. Think about someone who's inspired you during your life journey. Chances are they weren't perfect or pushy. Instead, their strength was in how they embraced challenges with grace, stayed true to themselves, and made you feel like you could achieve more. When you carry this same energy, you form connections that are not just charming, but profound. One way of inspiring others is through resilience. Life throws curveballs, and how you handle those speaks volumes about who you are. Facing difficulties with courage and calmness shows you're not easily swayed. It doesn't mean being invincible. It's sharing your struggles and showing how you've overcome them that makes your strength authentic and relatable. Adopting a high-value mindset helps here, as mastering your thoughts and emotions lets you project an aura of calm that's hard not to admire. This teaches you to focus on what you can control, to act with integrity, and to release the rest. When you live by these values, you inspire others to do the same, creating a supportive environment for mutual growth. Inspiration also shines through how you uplift others. When he sees you cheering on your friends, supporting your loved ones, or passionately chasing your own dreams, he feels admiration that transcends physical attraction. It's your way of valuing and empowering those around you that leaves a lasting impact. Picture this. You're pursuing a personal dream, whether it's a new job, marathon training, or acquiring a new skill. Your dedication to this journey shows him you're unafraid of challenges. It's not just reaching the goal that inspires him, but the path you take along the way. Your commitment nudges him to tackle his own ambitions with the same determination. Inspiring others isn't about being flawless or having all the solutions. It's about being genuine. By sharing your doubts, lessons, and growth, you show that stumbling is okay and that real strength is in rising again. Even your energy can be inspiring. When you radiate positivity, kindness, and interest, you create a space where he feels safe to be himself. Your belief in his potential can motivate him to dream bigger and push further. So how do you nurture this step? Start by focusing on your own journey. Set thrilling goals, embrace challenges that scare you, and fill your circle with supportive people. When you prioritize your self-growth, you naturally encourage others around you, including him. Inspiring others isn't about huge displays or life-altering instances, but in living each day with purpose, passion, and authenticity. It's about being someone who not only chases her dreams fiercely, but also supports others in theirs. If this journey resonates with you, give this video a thumbs up and share your thoughts by commenting with a number 1 below. Your engagement fuels our mission to create empowering content that helps you become your best self. Don't forget to subscribe for more transformative insights on connecting deeply with him and with yourself. We've explored 10 insightful steps that build a magnetic presence he can't ignore. But the final step ties it all together, amplifying every other step in a way that's unforgettable. Stay with me as we unlock the ultimate piece of the puzzle. Step 11. A curious and growing partner. There's something incredibly appealing about being someone who is genuinely curious and always eager to learn. The truth is, it's not just about knowing all the facts. It's about having that endless curiosity to understand more and a drive for personal growth. What if I told you that by embracing this sense of wonder, you captivate not only his mind, but also inspire it? High-value women don't need to know everything, but they stand out through their willingness to learn, openness to new ideas, and the ability to engage in deep conversations. Imagine diving into discussions that span from current events to personal passions, from deep philosophical debates to shared dreams. These interactions create a special kind of intimacy that's way beyond just a physical connection. Curiosity keeps things fresh and shows that you're not one to stay stagnant. You're evolving, aiming for something bigger, and this vibe pulls him into your world while encouraging him to grow on his journey too. When you take the time to learn about his interests, not to impress, but because you genuinely care, you show a deep level of respect for what matters to him. So suppose he's into a specific sport or hobby. In that case, becoming curious about it reveals that you value his passions, making the connection much more meaningful. But being well-informed isn't just about collecting facts. It's about applying what you learn in life with integrity. High-value women understand that living with virtue and sincere curiosity fosters empathy and a connection to diverse perspectives and experiences. This open-mindedness is magnetic, proving that you're someone who appreciates the richness of different thoughts and backgrounds. Picture this, you're chatting about a topic he's passionate about, and instead of just nodding along, you ask questions that deepen the conversation. You bring fresh perspectives to the table, making these moments unforgettable and strengthening your bond. High-value women are fearless in pursuing their own passions, whether it's exploring a new subject, honing a skill, or setting personal goals. Your commitment to growth is downright irresistible. Never forget the playful side of curiosity. Trying new things together, whether it's a new dish, a fresh city, or learning a dance, creates shared experiences that bring you closer. This sense of adventure signals that life with you is always an exciting journey. However, being knowledgeable doesn't mean being perfect. It's about embracing learning and evolving, which shows you're approachable and relatable. Admitting when you don't know something and being eager to find out together makes the learning process exciting. So how do you cultivate this high-value mindset? Start by diving into what intrigues you. Read, watch, and engage in stimulating conversations. Explore topics that pique your interest and welcome learning from those around you, including him. Share these discoveries not to impress, but to connect. Being curious and informed isn't merely about attracting someone, it's about creating a life that fulfills you. High-value women are always growing, exploring, and gaining profound world understanding. As we wrap up these 11 steps to being irresistible, remember that each trait we've talked about is interconnected. Together, they create an authentic, strong, and evolving presence. This isn't about pretending. It's about amplifying your best traits and letting these steps guide every relationship and aspect of your life. When you become the most authentic, confident, and compassionate version of yourself, you don't just draw in others, you attract the life you've always longed for. You've just unveiled the 11 steps that make you irresistibly magnetic, the kind of qualities that not only captivate him, but forge a connection so profound and enduring that it completely reshapes his perception of you and your own self-image. These steps aren't about pretending or following someone else's script. They're about unlocking your true high-value self and letting that brilliance sparkle in every interaction. Remember what we've covered together: authenticity, empathy, thoughtfulness, optimism, honesty, confidence, imagination, eloquence, inspiration, and curiosity. Each of these qualities isn't just attractive, they're transformative. They guide you on how to not only connect with him on a deeper level, but also enhance your entire approach to relationships and life itself. The beauty here, these steps aren't meant for an exclusive few. They're already inside you, waiting to be brought to life and cherished. It's not about flawless perfection or transforming into someone else. It's about embracing your strengths, learning from your growth, and fully stepping into the power of who you really are. But here's the key point. These steps aren't just for him, they're for you. They're the gateway to living a life full of confidence, meaning, and joy. When you embody these high-value qualities, you don't just attract love. You draw in respect, admiration, and a deeper sense of fulfillment. So, what's the next move? Take a moment to reflect. Which of these steps resonates with you the most right now? Which ones inspire you to grow? The best part about this journey is that it's solely yours. There's no rush, no rivalry, only the commitment to become the best version of yourself, one step at a time. And as you walk this path, remember, you're never alone. We're here to support, inspire, and guide you every step of the way. If you found value in this adventure, we'd love to hear from you. Share your thoughts, your insights, and your journey with us. Your voice is important, and your growth deserves to be celebrated. Thank you for joining us on this transformative journey. Together, we've uncovered the secrets of profound inner wisdom and the magnetic qualities that make you truly unforgettable. Here's to your growth, your confidence, and the incredible life you're creating. One step, one moment, and one connection at a time. We'll catch you in the next video.